Whether for digital transactions or as an investment, cryptocurrencies are becoming increasingly popular across the globe, even as an official currency. What do you need to know before investing in crypto? And how does the digital currency work in everyday life? Our topic today on Shift. Cryptocurrencies are booming. On social media, you can find plenty of people bragging about the profits they've made. Celebrities like influencer Kim Kardashian and Bollywood star Salman Khan even advertise cryptocurrencies. More and more money is flowing into digital currencies and the blockchain technology they're based upon. Between 2020 and 2021, this amount increased more than five-fold. Many users appreciate being able to make financial transactions with cryptocurrencies without the need for traditional institutes such as banks. There are lots of arguments for and against an investment in cryptocurrencies. Here's what you should know.
Whether Bitcoin, Dogecoin, or Ethereum, the core design feature of cryptocurrencies is also their biggest strength. Cryptocurrencies are based on blockchain technology. This works like a digital logbook. Transactions are saved to the blockchain and each step is recorded. If criminals attempt to divert money, they leave traces behind that are visible to anyone. This transparency is what makes blockchain technology so safe. Cryptocurrencies are independent of national currencies, so they are unaffected by national inflation. Instead, their value is determined by popular demand. The number of available units in each currency is limited, so that the number of coins circulating doesn't get out of hand. There are over 10,000 different cryptocurrencies out there. Each is unique. Especially new currencies tend to rise sharply in value initially. That's because their value depends strictly on supply and demand. If a new currency is marketed well and attracts a lot of buyers, it can create a hype and the market value explodes. This volatility can also be the downfall of cryptocurrencies, because sharp gains can always be followed by sharp losses. Many currencies experience a short spike and then are quickly forgotten. Most of the time, the only way to access your own crypto wallet is with your own password. If you lose that, you lose your savings. And just like any digital password, it's vulnerable to hackers looking to access the coins in your digital wallet. Most importantly, investing without understanding how something works can be risky. Before making any hasty decisions, it's smart to take plenty of time in advance to study the subject.
That shouldn't be too hard. There are thousands of blogs and YouTube channels available nowadays with information and recommendations on the subject. But not all of them are qualified. Catchy thumbnails with promises such as "this" should make you wary. Another thing you should know is that many influencers earn commission. For example, if someone follows their link to invest in a new currency, they earn money. So check carefully if the next hot tip is not only being made to look good for profit. We asked Ben Caslin about other things crypto newcomers should be careful of. He's an analyst at a large crypto trading platform in Hong Kong.
Prior to actually investing in any cryptocurrency, I would begin that journey by really looking into what is Bitcoin, because from it, all other cryptocurrencies have been derived and all other projects have been derived, in terms of the principles that it was founded upon. Of course, you can go on YouTube and there's a lot of influences, but we really do have to understand that most people who speak about cryptocurrency, and you can assume the same for me, will be invested in cryptocurrency. And so you cannot just rely on other people's kind of views and future expectations. If you want to invest longer than a year, you really need to look into kind of high quality projects. If you want to earn savings, you might want to earn a yield on your savings. You might want to consider just sticking with stable coins. If you want to take, a long-term view, like a kind of 10-year view, and you believe that the current monetary system is really not going to hold it together, go for Bitcoin.
Whether cryptocurrencies turn out to be a good investment in the long run will also depend on how they perform as a mode of payment and if they're able to compete with national currencies. If so, they could help countries continue making financial transactions in times of crisis. Russia's war on Ukraine is an example of how political this can get. Shortly after Russia attacked, the price for Bitcoin shot up. If traditional banks stopped working, cryptocurrencies could provide an alternative. The first large-scale experiments have already begun, for example, in Central America, in El Salvador. In September 2021, the nation introduced Bitcoin as a legal tender. It was a great PR stunt for El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele. The 40-year-old leader was able to cast himself as a pioneer, and the entire crypto community cheered him on. But why did El Salvador make Bitcoin its national currency? 1/5 of the national GDP is money sent home by family members abroad. But according to officials, 70% of the population don't even have a bank account. Considering the high transaction costs that come with conventional currencies, Bitcoin is also a fast and inexpensive alternative. Another reason is that El Salvador hasn't had its own currency since 2001. They use US dollars, but the country is eager to reduce their dependence on the United States. How does paying with cryptocurrencies work in everyday life? We took a closer look.
Nelson Campos runs a small printing business in San Salvador, the capital of El Salvador. He pays with Bitcoin every day.
I pay with Bitcoin wherever I can, at small shops, in the supermarket, and at gas stations.
Paying for gas with Bitcoin has become second nature. When he gets to the cashier, instead of reaching for his wallet, he simply scans a QR code and transfers the amount by app. But it wasn't always this easy. There were lots of initial problems with the government's digital wallet, called the Chivo wallet.
The app was really slow, and many things weren't explained properly. It wasn't clear if a commission had to be paid for transactions, and there was a lot of guesswork.
Reports of security gaps in the Chivo wallet made their rounds in El Salvador. It was said to be programmed so poorly that people could use strangers' social security numbers to spend their money. Older people were especially targeted by online fraudsters trying to find out the login to their digital wallets.
Bit by bit, we managed to patch a lot of the problems. Nowadays, it's rare for something to go wrong.
It's estimated that about half the businesses in San Salvador allow customers to pay with Bitcoin. So Nelson Campos can't quite do without cash just yet.
Cryptocurrencies are still a whole new universe to me. I'm not very good at using them yet. But if I did decide to stop using them, I could just send the money from my Bitcoin wallet to my ordinary bank account and withdraw it. And then I could pay with regular cash.
Bitcoin experts are following developments in El Salvador closely. Some believe this could be a model for the future and that other countries will follow suit. Others criticize that this payment system contradicts the very idea of Bitcoin. After all, cryptocurrencies were originally designed to evade the influence of governments.
While Bitcoin is an official legal tender in El Salvador, it is outlawed in Nigeria, despite the fact that interest in the cryptocurrency is huge there. According to a study from 2020, 32% of respondents in Nigeria use digital currencies. That's more than any other country in the world. But the Nigerian government is taking another route. It created its own digital currency for more transparency and better control over the financial market.
Digital currencies are a hobby of Michael Ugwu. The British entrepreneur of Nigerian heritage frequently invests in startups in the tech and financial sector. He sees Nigeria as a front-runner on the crypto scene.
I think generally speaking, when you look at Nigerians around the world, when it comes to tech, we're very early adopters. And that's based on education, literacy levels, exposure, right? We're very early adopters. So we've adopted Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and blockchain very early.
But the Nigerian government has banned the trade with cryptocurrencies, at least officially, citing the threat of money laundering and fraud. Instead, it introduced its own digital currency. The e-Naira is linked to the national currency, the Naira, and is meant to offer the population an alternative to cryptocurrencies.
It's supposed to be the government's way or the government's response to cryptocurrency. The transactions that you have on your e-Naira apps would be free of charge, so there won't be any charge on transactions like those. And the e-Naira is also a way for the government to also monitor many sectors and provide disbursements for different sectors like farming and the likes.
Fisayo Fusudo is one of the country's most famous tech vloggers. On his YouTube channel, he also talks to his fans about things like cryptocurrencies and the e-Naira. More than a third of adults in Nigeria don't have their own bank account. They too should be able to participate in the state's digital currency. But the program is just getting off the ground.
With the e-Naira, I think it's still in a very developmental phase and there's still so much to be done. Right now, only people with smartphones can access the e-Naira app, and this doesn't necessarily tether to the unbanked because they would not necessarily have the means to access smartphones.
Other countries also have their own digital currencies, such as China, Cambodia, and the Bahamas. And over here in Europe, there is talk of introducing a digital euro. What do you think? Are digital currencies the way of the future? Have you invested in cryptocurrencies before? Let us know and write to us on YouTube or at dw.com. See you soon.